Hello everyone and welcome to the madness that is Oxford Circus. It is about 6 p.m. on a Tuesday. I just got out of work and I'm headed to go to Lyon to get some dinner to take back to my hotel. So that is the update as of right now. I'm gonna try to be super chatty today because clearly I did nothing else but just sit at a desk from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. which is riveting for you. I don't know why I decided that walking back to my hotel would be a good idea, but I decided that walking back to my hotel would be a good idea. So that's what I'm doing now, even though I'm kind of warm and really hungry. So maybe it was the worst decision I've ever made. That's not true. I've made worse decisions, I promise. Ask my dad. Also, I tried really hard to find out where the Glamour Women of the Year award was tonight, but I can't find it anywhere online. So I was thinking about crashing it in this outfit, but then I decided against it because I thought, nah, that's not my kind of thing. I'd rather be invited, right? Glamour, invite me. Casually about to walk past the Royal Academy summer party, which is insane. I can hear music. It sounds like it's a cool thing. So since I had a really awful lunch today, it was like the worst salad. It was my fault because I was the one who made the salad. I should not make my own salads unless it's at Sweet Green. I should learn this by now, but I got the superfood salad from Lyon, a little pasta, spinach, and pine kernel salad with pesto dressing from M&S, hummus from Lyon, pita chips with red pepper on them from M&S, and then a little Millionaire bar for dessert. So I'm gonna consume probably all of that now if it does not defeat me. So I am back in my hotel room. Wait, I think I already said that. So yeah, I am just chilling out, watching some YouTube videos, as you do, you know? I don't know why I was thinking about this, but I guess it's because I tweeted yesterday that like I love London so much and I ultimately want to move here, but I also really miss Y7, hot yoga, whatever, hip hop yoga, and Sweet Green. So I'm torn because like all I want to do is go to a hip hop yoga class and eat my delicious Sweet Green salads, but I can't because I'm in London. But that got me thinking about some of the main differences between London and New York. So I'm gonna make this video a London versus New York video vlog. I don't know. So main difference number one, the tube and the subway. Very different. Everybody thinks that like New York City subway is like, no, I don't know where I'm getting that. I don't think that anybody thinks the New York City subway is great. Probably the most efficient way to get around the city. Sorry, also my leg is really itchy, so I keep itching my leg. Ignore it. The New York City subway is disgusting. It is one of the grossest subways I've ever been on, like underground, whatever, things ever. It's so nasty. It's so confusing for people that are from out of town. Like if I told somebody, hey, take the one train uptown, what does that mean to somebody? What does that mean? What do you mean? I'm gonna just sit back and take a seat on that one. Anyway, so that's the major difference, is that it's less confusing here because when you get into a tube station, it literally has a list of everywhere that the tube that you are taking stops. So when the Victoria line says, hey, guess what? It stops at Victoria, amazing. Meanwhile, the one train does not stop at First Ave. Figure that one out. I mean, also in comparison, the London Underground is so much cleaner, and I've noticed there are no trash cans. That could be a big factor. You would think that maybe if the New York City subway didn't have trash cans, people would continue to throw their trash into the freaking subway tracks, but maybe, just maybe, they would take their trash with them instead if we didn't have trash cans. But in terms of like similarities, the commute is always crazy. So like here, like this morning, it took me 45 minutes to get from my hotel to work, which was crazy. And you're just like packed in like sardines. It's the same in New York. So the next major difference is something that I noticed when I studied abroad here, which is that the produce, yogurt, bread, everything is so much better in London. And I think, to be fair, it's because they don't use preservatives in anything, which is just a better way all around to do life, kind of. So my favorite bread here, wait, what was my favorite bread here? Hortons? Oh, I can't remember the name of the bread. Like, I'm blanking right now. I don't know. There's a really great bread, I'm gonna Google it. British bread. Hovis! Woohoo! Got it. Hovis bread is so good. Zero preservatives. The best bread, like packaged from a grocery store that I've ever had. Another thing, their yogurt, EO Valley, the strawberry one, best yogurt I've ever had. Better than Yoplait, better than like any other thing. Maybe this is all just like my American eyes looking at British goods and being like, yeah, no, I'm biased, but I don't know. Anyway, I think that groceries here are so much better, so much fresher, and I don't know, that's something that when I move here, I'm gonna be super happy about, is just having a fully stocked fridge of wonderfulness. The other thing that comes along with that, though, is that it's more frequent that you have to grocery shop because things mold more easily because like there's not a ton of preservatives in them. Duh. Fashion-wise, I feel like a lot of people go from work in their like work clothes to like the pub or to dinner straight after, which like we also do in New York. Like we don't just go home and do nothing. But the thing that I've noticed is that people just like don't change their outfits. They don't like go home to freshen up. Whereas in New York, like I would go home after work or after school or whatever to freshen up and then go back out, I guess is what I'm saying. But that's not a thing that they really do here, I've heard / noticed. I don't know. And if any of this sounds really naive to you, it's because this is just purely observational. Like this is literally just what I am observing and seeing and noticing throughout the differences in my days and comparing it to like what I know of New York and what I know of London. The last major difference is probably something that I truly love about London is that it's the collaboration of old and new. So regardless of if that's like architecture or just like artwork, anything like in the art world or just like out in the world in general. How very hippy dippy of me. Yeah, I think that just seeing these like incredible old buildings and this wonderful architecture next to these like new, very modern, very cool buildings is something that I've always noticed just because my dad is an architect, so I've always like had that eye for that to be like, oh, that's a cool juxtaposition. I love that in New York as well, but the buildings in New York are just not as old. Anyway, so those are some of the things that I've noticed that are different between London and New York, and I definitely appreciate the differences. I also was asked today which one I preferred. I can't answer that question. It's very hard for me because New York is my home. I've lived there my entire life, but London is just different and has a special place in my heart, and I do feel like I am truly meant to live here at some point. I don't know, man. I love both of them, and for different reasons. New York is home, London is my future home. So it's just a bit confusing for everybody, you know? Anyway, I do have to get up again early tomorrow for my freelance job, but hopefully tomorrow night will be more eventful. I'll try to vlog a bit during the day, but we'll see what happens. I don't really feel comfortable like whipping out my camera in the office and being like, hey guys, what's up? So I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, I'm going to end the vlog here for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media links down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Because I have my freelance job that starts tomorrow, which means I have to do things like, you know, go to bed early and not at 1 a.m. like I did last night, which was a mistake. But I did take a nap at 7 p.m., so that was also a mistake. Mistakes were made. I'm just gonna change them tonight and not do that tonight.